Hello and welcome back to the Freewheel Faction. My name is Matt Williams. I'm joined along here with my co-host and teammate Connor Cataldo. Connor, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. We got some really hot, sunny, beautiful weather here at the Union City Criterium. So let's look at some race footage.
Heck yeah! So this course was how long? You say about one kilometer?
The official said it was about 1 kilometer, but it felt more like 900 meters. It was really short today.
Yeah, and as you can see, right in the first corner. I mean, we're not taking that first corner slow at all. 700 watts. You know, 30 seconds into this race where we had quite literally no warm up.
Yeah, I think I pegged 175 beats per minute as soon as the race started, so it didn't move down from there either.
Yeah, and as you can see here, here's the first real feature of the day. You got that slight uphill coming into a little bit of a downhill, and you have one kind of hairpin turn. I mean, the roads are closed, so we couldn't really get too much practice on them before. I mean, this turn coming down here, 20 miles an hour, 19, 18, coming to this tight turn. Got to take it to the outside.
Yeah, it's crazy. You come down all the way to 13 miles an hour on that one, and then we pick it all the way up because it comes downhill here, and you're doing almost 1,000 watts just to stay in the wheel here.
Yeah, and what's funny is that, I think my teammate, said something earlier to me about, hey, stay to the outside. Like, outside line's going to be fast. But, of course, being my first Cat 5 race, like, I'm not going to listen to my teammate. So I was kind of on the inside today, ate some bumps, ate some tight turns, almost clipped a couple pedals. But, hey, that's all about learning. We're going to dive into it.
That is why we're out here. You can't get better at racing without racing. So let's look at what we did right and wrong here and see if we can learn anything.
Yeah, we're coming down the start-finish stretch here. As you can see, kind of a nice straightaway into this little left chicane into a right turn. First corner right there. Great little start-finish corner. Great turn. Short start and finish, though. Only about 100 meters from the last turn to the finish line.
Yeah, and you'll see that we need to work on our cornering a little bit. We're both opening up some gaps to the wheels in front of us, trying to probably use a little more energy than we need to on these first couple laps. It was our first race, so we were really coming out here trying, but we got a lot to learn, and you see I'm moving up here just using some people letting up on the pace on the hill to gain those free spaces so we don't have to sprint so hard out of these corners.
Yeah, and that was kind of a common theme of today is looking at positioning and moving up while the field's not doing anything. I mean, I think that's one of the most crucial ways to move up. If you can do 50, 100, 150 watts while everyone's freewheeling, Freewheel Faction, a little plug there. But while people are freewheeling, like, you're going to do a lot better. Here we're jumping to the next clip. Us coming down the same turn, this time taking it a little bit sharp, and you can see the speed mile an hour is coming down to 14, almost 13 miles an hour, and how already up to 900 watts just to regain that speed. Like, taking that corner tight is not the move.
And that was kind of our first attack of the day there. We had a guy try to send a little flyer, but the field wasn't biting today. Everybody we had a couple attacks that go off, and then they'd get 2 or 3 seconds and sit up. So it wasn't really an attackful day today. Everyone was just kind of sitting in and I think pegged heart rate wise and just trying to stay alive.
I think a heat had a lot to do with that. I think it was because it was so hot today that people didn't really feel like attacking, and when they did, they realized real soon that they really didn't have that in the tank. I definitely felt that way. I was sitting in the pack.
I thought about launching a couple flyers, but as soon as I looked down at my heart rate, I was like, you know what? No, not today. Not going to happen. So
Yeah, Connor came up to me with 5 to go. I think we're at like 10 to go. I mean, short criterium here. Next clip, same thing. We have a little bit of an attack here. There's me hitting some speed bump or little potholes. Oh, there's another one. I mean, I hit those all day today.
You thought you would have learned. We did 18 laps with it. I think where the manhole curves were, but you can see here again, we were trying to communicate as a team, and we kind of messed ourselves up a little bit. I looked back and was trying to talk to him, and I dropped the wheel, and now I'm doing 600 watts to catch back up. So we got to work on our team communication as well.
Yeah, I was just checking in on him to see if he was okay, but I mean, I literally saw him look up. I was like, dang, there's a gap in there. He had to sprint up the hill. But hey, great opportunity here, right? Same hill, same place. We're moving up.
Super important to see people freewheeling. And then this is actually a really dangerous rider. It's important to recognize this in your race. This guy coming up right in front of us here takes a pretty crazy line through this corner and is endangering everybody behind us, including me and Matt here. And you see me kind of back off and be like, this guy's crazy. And Matt's saying to me here, hey, that's a really dangerous rider, let's stay away. But he did cost us another 900 watt match that we got to burn there to get back in.
I think that's a huge thing that we learned in the first grade is like, matches aren't endless. I mean, you're always going to have a certain reserve, a certain number. And when those burn out, man, you don't have anything left. Here's another clip going up that start and finish stretch, or that back stretch going into turn 2. You see here Connor moving up to the left. I was going to follow him a little bit here. He's only doing like, what, 200 watts?
Yeah, I was just coasting. I saw an opportunity and I found myself at the front, and I'm thinking, I'm about to cramp. I need to let off the gas here. And you'll see I freewheel the whole corner all the way up to the next side, and there's no counterattacks. There's no other pacing coming out of the group. So I just get a nice little 20, 30-second rest in there, and you'll see I'm basically just sitting up.
Yeah, and like, I mean, knowing who you're riding with, and especially as a teammate, is so important, because you see me not moving up on that wheel because I know that he's going to come up there and look at this guy in front of us, super upset. Here comes a little mini counterattack. I mean, that counterattack looks good in theory, but you turn the corner here and there's no one going. All right, so now we're coming down to the last lap. You see me finally finding Connor's wheel again. The last clip was, I think, 3 to go. Kind of a short race, kind of snuck up on us pretty quickly, but we see here we're in actually really good position on the final lap.
Yeah, we'd been fighting our way to the front, and with 1 to go, I mean, I'm seeing cross-eyed here. I'm super tired, but this guy's been strong all day here in the middle, and we see a flyer go, and it'll, right into this turn. There's a gap forming up, and we are spiking hard going over this. And I'm a little worried that this is getting away, so I'm closing it right down.
I'm trying to stay on that wheel. I mean, those watts aren't just casual watts. Like, I'm hurting at this point. Like, matches are burnt. Just trying to stay on that wheel, but that gap is just still there. I'm doing 400 watts out the draft, not in great position, and here comes the winning move, and I miss it right here. Miss that winning move. That city bike rider came flying up that inside, took a great line, and look how far he is in front of me. I mean, there's nothing I can do there.
Yeah, it was kind of nailing the coffin for you on that one. I think we were in a great position coming in. I think our heart rate was a little too high, and we just weren't thinking. Otherwise, we would have been right on that. In any of our practices or any of our talks, that's a move we're going to follow 10 out of 10 times. And we'll see. You're still in the pack here, but you're almost 10 seconds behind the lead, so your race is basically over at this point.
Yeah, I took a little bit of a dive bomb angle into that last corner, just trying to squeeze out a little bit few. I mean, I'm not even breaking 1,000 watts. Like, at this point, I'm shot. My legs are burnt. But hey, we're gonna jump over to Connor's footage now.
So you'll see this is that same move with this guy right in front of me here just attacked, and this is where I lose the race. I stick on the outside of him here, and I don't also hop on that winning move, but these 2 guys in front of me, you're gonna see they take it a great line through that corner, and they fly. And the guy in front of me just pulls up stumps. So now I'm doing over 1,100 watts to try and close this down, and that's kind of my sprint and kind of all my matches, all burned right there. I do end up closing this, but at what cost is the question here. So I do close these guys down almost. They're still holding a little bit off. I should have closed another couple meters here. I take this corner in third wheel, which is looking pretty good, and I go to sprint, and I got nothing left. I'm completely dead. And you'll see, unfortunately, I miss out on the podium here by, looks like half a bike length to that rider that was a little frustrated with me earlier in the day.
I mean, well, great race. I mean, it had a lot of fun out competing our first race, but hey, on to bigger and better things. Ride hard, brake harder, am I right?
See you next time on Freewheel Faction.